Mr. Malinowski?
I apologize, I don't have a complete set for everybody, but if two people can share.
Well, you go ahead and speak. We'll pass them down. We can share. Okay, thanks.
There's a map, first of all, on the back of that. If you look at that map, you'll see that most of the area that's in Multnomah County, I'm afraid the map is going to Washington County. But the ground in Multnomah County, if there's any question about whether it's good soil or not, it's that green stuff all over the place. Springville Road area in particular. Our ground is considered to be conflicted because...
I think you need the microphone just because we're recording this. Sorry. Thanks.
I usually yell loud enough.
No, we can hear you. It's just people at home.
I'll bet. I was going to say I stopped and got CSA stuff as long as we're stopped for a second. I haven't unpacked it yet. Now, this is not stuff that we grew. We're a member of a CSA, and this is what we got this week, in case you're wondering what a weekly output of a CSA looks like for $500 a season. Cilantro. And a bunch of other stuff, which I'll just, you guys will just have to take my word for it. Well worth it. Good provision. So that's one of the things that's provided, and it's provided in Multnomah County, and it's provided right in that area that close to the area that you're looking at, urbanizing. I just want to say, some people have talked about that we don't need any farmland. If you look at Washington County, they're not planning to save any agricultural land this side of North Plains. For the bike riders and the people who have family farms, for people who want to get this produce without driving an hour, many of them from the Portland area, the city of Portland itself. For all that, we need to be there. Washington County is not planning to save any farmland. The ground along Springville Road in Multnomah County could be saved, and it could be generated into this. Now, right now, there's not a lot of activity going on. People don't want to invest in ground that's going to be an urban reserve. The neighbor tore his barn down, cut down his woods, drug them through the field, and tore the topsoil all up, and pushed in the water supply and said, you know what? Can't farm here. It's not good for farming anymore. Well, yes. So, and I would just, to summarize, I would suggest you talk to some vintners and ask them how many of them would put a vineyard on ground they had for 10 years with a 10-year lease. You can ask Mr. Park if he rented ground for his nursery, how he would, what kind of expenses he would put in the way of capital improvements if he had it for 10 years versus 50. It's very simple mathematics. But I want to say that we could be a real great spot for the city. We're 5 miles from Hillsboro, 5 miles from Beaverton, and about 5 miles from Portland. You can bike there. The entire Helvetia area could make this a community of distinction because people could actually take their kids and walk out there. We have bike trails out there. And once the area is a rural reserve, people will put in orchards. They'll plant vineyards. They'll plant flower gardens. They'll do like this is done. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah. Question?
Councilor Liberty?
Mr. Malinowski, I know your background's in farming, but I noticed the lands that are not identified as prime farmland. Do you know if they are prime forest land under the U.S. Forest Service?
That I don't know, but I know we grow forest very well. It's considered a low elevation. A lot of our areas are considered low elevation forest, and they're really some of the most productive. If you look at the national forests and stuff, the stuff on the upland grows trees, but it doesn't grow it like here. The trick is on the low elevations, it grows food even better. So the trees grow very fast here. There's a measure of cubic foot per year that the foresters use, and the lower levels are excellent. Our area is conflicted, but as Mr. Johnson told me with the Department of Ag, he said, you know what, it's conflicted because the people who own the land don't want to sell it or develop it for agriculture.
I think the threshold's 120, but
yes.
I can check that myself.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.